Okay, so today, this is our next session of Testimonies with Todd, and I have two lovely people with me today. Been friends for a while now, youth leaders together, right? And with me today is Chelsea and Austin Carroll. How you guys doing?
We're good.
Doing good, doing real good.
First, thank you for doing this. It means a lot to me, and you never know how much it means to the other people out there listening. Testimonies with Todd came about, and this is usually on every one of the sessions that through just a text thread of people talking, and they're like, you should do something with this. So that's what happened. With Testimonies with Todd, really what it's about it's about hearing testimonies. You never know how impactful your testimony is going to be to people, how many people it's going to impact. But it's also that other people don't know how important their testimony is. Sometimes like, my testimony is not important. It's always important. It doesn't matter what it is. Some obviously are like, hey, I was dying and I had cancer, and then some are, I was at the grocery store. So it's about hearing everything, right, from all walks of life. And then at the end, I do a little, hey, go out and try this today, about helping disciple people and getting out there and just showing what God's heart's all about.
Nice.
Yeah. So again, welcome. Before we get started into all the meat and potatoes of everything, tell us a little bit about you guys and what you do, and things like that. What's your favorite things, vacation spots, things like that.
I stay at home.
Okay.
I'm a mom. That's what I do.
Big job.
It's a
Big
big
one.
job.
Yeah.
Big one. I guess we really just like going to like Gatlinburg. That's our spot. We
Yeah,
like
Tennessee is
Gatlinburg.
nice. Love Tennessee.
Gatlinburg, good.
Yeah.
My brother had his honeymoon there.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
That's
pretty
awesome.
cool.
My family's from Sevierville, so we love it.
Sevierville, is that in Tennessee
Tennessee,
too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's right next to
Sorry.
Gatlinburg.
Okay, want to make
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So both of you guys are from
Uh,
Tennessee.
No. I was born here.
You're a Florida boy.
Yeah, I was born here, and then I moved my family. We lived in South Carolina, Williston, South Carolina. I mean, small town, and everybody. That was when I was I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 till we lived over there. And then we moved back, came back over here, and been here ever since. But yeah, I was born in Florida.
So when did you come down?
I've been in Florida my whole life, but my mom
Oh, okay.
and her mom, they're from Tennessee.
So where'd you guys meet?
Middle school.
Middle school, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I thought so.
Yeah.
She used to tie my hair in ponytails in middle school, believe it or not.
So this is a old school romance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been going on a while.
Yes.
I think this year will be 15 years.
15 years, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now that's since middle school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm old.
Yeah, we met in middle school, and
That was it.
it was
Awesome.
a wrap.
The reason I say I'm old is because Carrie and I''s been 17 and we didn't get together until I was 28, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm old. Okay. So when it comes to testimonies, and I want to hear both, obviously, and I know I've heard a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know Chelsea, yours is
We're in the trauma.
it's a lot. It's a lot. So again, share what you're comfortable with, okay? But first, when did you get saved? Like, when did you accept Jesus into your life?
I've always been in church.
Mhm.
I grew up in church, but I think like it really hit for me when our daughter turned 1.
Okay.
We started going. I don't even think it was then. We started going to church, and I was like lukewarm. Like everybody was. This is gonna sound so bad. Everybody was, doing small groups, and I'm like, these people are crazy. Like, we started going in May 2023, and everybody's doing their small groups, and everybody's at church all the time, and I'm like, this is so weird. Like, we go to church on Sundays, we go home, that's it. So I don't even know when it started, but it hasn't been long.
Okay.
When I actually only started going to small groups because I met with Sydney. I was going to start in the nursery.
Right.
So I met with Sydney, and she's like, oh, are you in any groups? And I said, I signed up for the young moms group.
Okay.
And She's like, okay, I'm gonna be there tomorrow. And I'm like, dang, I really gotta go now. Somebody knows I'm supposed to be there, so I gotta go.
There you go.
So I started going, and I think just a few months after that, I really was like, these people are just here to help, help lead you to a better life. So that's when it started for me.
So after being in church pretty much your entire life,
Mm-hmm.
that's when it really hit.
Yeah.
Recent.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Probably like January. Oh, I guess that was when our daughter's first birthday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So right around then, I was like, this is it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I want her to grow up in the church community and just to be better.
You picked a pretty good one, I'm telling
Yeah.
you. What about you, Austin?
Kind of same. I mean, I grew up in the church and everything. My whole family is all believers. Everything, God is God for sure. And we grew up like that. I would go to church Sundays. Did the youth groups on Wednesdays. When I was younger, wasn't really interactive with it. I guess I was you're young and you're just there, doing whatever. But I grew up doing that, and then we stopped going for a while. And then, we ended up doing our thing, and then we didn't go to church since we've been together, since we found the cross.
Yeah.
And then we used to sit at our house and the Sunday mornings.
Yeah, you guys watched it online.
We'd watch it online at first, and then when they were, let's just go up there, check it out. Went up there, and I mean, we loved it ever since going up there. But then, like she was saying as well, we didn't just want to be there on Sundays,
Yeah.
We wanted to be involved with the church. Going to that church you can go to some churches and kind of maybe judgmental a little bit and whatnot, but I feel like, the cross, you can wear what you want, do what you do your thing, and just, we're all there to follow Jesus and spread the word. And that was big for me. Just, we can go in there relaxed, do your thing, nobody's looking at you weird or nothing, you go in there and do your thing and you're good.
Acceptance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There's no judgmental there. I love it.
Right.
I love everybody. Everybody there at that church is awesome.
Yeah, like I said, we're all there for the same reason.
Exactly.
Right.
That's it.
And nobody's like, I don't know about those people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, nobody's at our churches like that. Yeah, no.
It's been recent. Kind of when it happened, did you feel any different, either of you?
I actually went to a farmer's market like right around the time that I started youth, and I started small groups, like seriously, like taking them seriously. And this guy, he had a stand, he was like giving away free Bibles, whatever, and he was like, can I pray for you? And I was like, sure, we can do that. And he was like, just after that, he asked me to leave something in a jar, and I was like, okay. He was like, just make sure you come back, let me know, like, this is really working for you.
Okay.
So after that, I really just I feel lighter. I don't
Okay.
even know how to explain it, but I just feel
you've explained it. I mean,
lighter. I just feel more at peace.
Yeah.
Life is just peaceful, I guess.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But it's been a long time coming, I guess. I mean, it's growing up in the church, and I've always been with God. But I was I'd be out all the time doing some negative stuff. Really, be out and getting in trouble, doing stuff I'm not supposed to do. Got in trouble one night, and it made me look at what I was really doing. And then that's kind of about when we started doing the church and everything, and it all started coming together for me. I mean, I feel easier, I feel more relaxed and everything, that, following God and everything.
That makes sense. Just walking easier.
Yeah,
because
because when I was out and about doing whatever I was doing, it's always something on your mind. It's very conscious of you. But now that I step back from that, I'm a lot more relaxed, a lot more peace with my mind and everything.
Less anxious.
Less anxious. Yeah, that's what I look for.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's a nice feeling, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So there's always something we learn when you accept Jesus in your life. Obviously feeling calmer, being more at ease. Has there been anything that you're like, man, I never knew that before. I never felt that before. This has been something that I could have known all along, and I never knew this.
I was a follower. I wasn't, growing up, I was a follower.
Okay.
I was.
She validated that.
if my buddy said, "Hey, let's go do this," let's go. You know, it was you jump off that bridge, I'm jumping. You know, that's how it was. And now it's not. No, definitely. You know, make my own decisions now. I don't let influences, you know, like that, you know, change what I want to do or something like that. But yeah, I was. That's how I got in most of my trouble, was following people. And it wasn't, you know, wasn't with God every week, wasn't doing that. And like I said, just following people, and I was just getting in trouble.
Realize you don't have to do that anymore, huh?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm like, well, I want these people to think I'm cool. You know, I want to be, I want to be that guy. You know,
I get it.
I was like, nah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I like being me, do what I do. That's it.
There you go. What about you?
So I guess my thing is really that, like, I can be loved. I think that's...
I know that's a pain point for you. You kind of told me a little bit about that.
That's like, everyone has, like, their best friend or, like their favorite child, I guess, but God is enough.
Yeah.
Like, that's enough. Like, I can just be loved by Him, and that's enough.
I know that there are things that we think are going to be different that maybe aren't, right? But both growing up in the church and just now recently accepting Jesus into your life, what do you think took it so long? And I know a little bit, but I'll ask you first, what was your church experience like when you were younger?
It was go hang out with friends, and you know, I wasn't didn't really pay attention too much to the lessons and whatnot. Honestly, we were just there hanging out with friends, and it was a fun atmosphere. Don't get me wrong. They took us out to Tennessee whitewater rafting and all that. We did a trip up there with them and did all that, but it wasn't picking up God's word. Okay. You know what? And like I said, I was young at the time. I was 10 to 13, 14 years old.
And
I guess.
Is that when the gap? How you guys kind of stopped going after that?
Probably when I was like, well, for me it was after that it was probably like 13, 12, 13. We moved and, you know, away from the church and stuff like that. And then but like I said, it was more fun. It was more, you know, just go there. For me, you know, my experience, it was, I wasn't getting into the word, you know, I wasn't paying attention.
There to hang out.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Chelsea, what was your church experience like when you were in?
So we went to church multiple times a week. At our church, Wednesdays wasn't youth night. It was just another regular church night. So we did church Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Okay. And
we were there all the time. I learned about God's Word, and we did all of that. We were always in Sunday school.
Yours was more traditional Sunday school and then service?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we learned. There was one time, it still blows my mind, me and my brother both, we were at home. It was really random. We found this piece of paper. It just said, "Jesus loves you." And we had no idea where it came from. We asked our parents. They didn't bring it. Nobody had been to our house recently. It was just showed up. So that was crazy. Somewhere along the line, our pastors wanted to do more, which is great. And they would go out into the streets and like preach to people and just be disciples. And they started going on mission trips and would go to like Mexico and Puerto Rico, and they would disciple there too. Eventually, discipleship, I guess, turned into like bringing people into our church, which is, again, is good. Like new people,
right.
People on the streets, they need it the most. Like they need to be in church, and that's great. It turned into like, eventually they were doing like exorcisms in the church. I didn't see a lot of them. I mean, I heard about it. My mom and dad would talk about it on the side. So, I mean, I didn't see a ton of it. It eventually turned into something bigger than they could handle, I guess. So,
these were people that were actually possessed. They're said to be possessed.
Yeah.
You were how old?
I was in elementary school at the time. I don't know.
And you were there?
Yeah, I was in church. We were in church when this would happen.
So you and other kids
yeah,
your
other
age?
kids. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I remember like one night we were in Sunday school. So it was probably on like a Saturday night, and they were bringing people in from the streets. Again, that's great. But girl came in all kinds of crazy, and they were gonna do an exorcism on her. And I think at that time our church had moved because of the hurricanes.
Okay.
So there was a glass wall in like our Sunday school. Mm-hmm. So we were seeing all of that. And that night, they, for whatever reason, brought that girl to the Sunday school room and in the hallway. So they had us like evacuate while they were doing this exorcism
Evacuate
in the
me.
church, in
Oh.
the Sunday school room.
Because of that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they had left her in the middle of the hallway in front of the Sunday school room. So this girl was like convulsing and vomiting and just like horrendous. It was just horrendous. And they made us walk over her as all of this was happening.
To leave.
Yeah, to leave the room.
Wow.
So I would say we stopped going then, stopped going regularly. We still tried to go on like Sundays, but by the time I was in middle school, we had gone like once or twice and we had just quit.
So that's a lot. I know you kind of told me bits and pieces prior, but the sheer fact of what was going on, is that when the separation really happened? You're like, man, I don't know about this.
My love for God never really changed. Like
Okay.
I always believed in Him. There's no way I'd be here without Him.
Right.
So like going to church
Yeah.
made me anxious, and if the pastor would walk my way and like want to put hands on me or whatever, if somebody ever wanted to put hands on me,
Yeah.
it would make me super like full on panic attack
Yeah.
in the moment.
Yeah, no.
Or even if he would like walk off stage and like come down the aisle, it would freak me out. So I couldn't. And even we went to like our nephew's baptism and I had to leave. I could not be inside of church. And I think somebody started speaking in tongues at that moment. I know speaking in tongues is great, but hearing, I don't know, when you see an exorcism, it's different. So like hearing what comes out of them and then like hearing somebody speak in tongues, there was just like no disassociation between the two at the time when I was young.
Right.
So it was just freaked me out.
That's a lot.
But I never discredited God for that, I guess.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's amazing that you didn't lose your love for God. Because many people would have just been like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially after that. So I'm guessing you guys went to different churches.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never went to church together
Yeah.
Until now.
Till the
I
cross.
think I took him to church one time when we were in middle school.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, again at that point.
But so like the
Kind of
church
took a while.
I went to is more like this was the cross, like similar,
Okay.
very similar to the crossroads. You know, you have your youth group, you got your, you know, the
Less traditional, more new.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's how it was, yeah. And then hers was a little different.
But that's a lot. And I'm sorry you experienced that.
We're past it now, I think.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's amazing. I know you're probably not as anxious as you used to be.
No.
Because from what you're telling me, I definitely see you more outgoing than that
Yeah.
at that point, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know I mess with you from time to time about being introverted.
But no.
It's all in love. It's all in love, I promise. I
No,
promise.
it's
So you guys both have given your life to Jesus, right? So it's made lighter. It's easy, right? It's made things better. After that, I mean, I know it's recent. Have you guys faced any challenges since this happened that you didn't realize what happened?
No,
Besides,
not for me.
Besides exorcisms?
No,
Yeah.
not for
Too
me.
soon? No. Okay.
No.
No,
I doubt my faith.
I don't.
I wouldn't say I ever doubt my faith. I don't know. I don't want to sound bad.
You don't have to share it.
I just am still trying to, I guess, get over unfairness, maybe.
Okay.
I feel like I see people we went to high school with
Okay.
who are like down the wrong path wholeheartedly, have not changed their ways, like everything about them is still just up, and sounds so judgmental. And they have like everything that they've ever wanted.
So they're down the wrong path and they're prospering.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're just trying to live out the words of our God, and we're just like not getting everything that we want.
So prospering how?
I don't know, it's so like they have the money and they have the houses and they have the cars and they have everything that they want.
So more material.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
And I don't want material things. I just,
But it's okay. It's because
Yeah.
it's the world we live in.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And it's understood. Like I've done it.
And it could totally be social media. Like it could just be like a social media front and like
Social media was
they're
created by the devil.
yeah, and they're like living their best lives over there. I don't
At
know.
least that's what it says, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't trust social media at all, so
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any social media.
Yeah.
This is it.
Right.
It was caused. One of my best friends up in Ohio, has a child with a woman, and they're not together.
Mm.
And he had his son all the time,
Yeah.
but she was collecting child support, and she was collecting money from him when he had his son full time, and she was the placement parent, and she had control, and she was homeless at one point.
Right.
But every time they went to court, the judge sided with her because of social media, because she created this false life that she's an amazing mother. And
See?
she,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
So
saying,
see,
right?
yeah.
Same type, so it could be that too,
Right. Yeah.
And I see what you're saying,
Mm.
and it's never made you doubt your faith.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, because I get it. I've been blessed in more ways than one.
Yeah.
You know,
So am I. For sure.
There you go.
Every day.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I do understand the challenging time. But not doubting your faith is good when it happens, because it will happen.
Yeah.
Know that it happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Still early in it. That's amazing. I didn't know it was that recent.
Yeah. So probably just over a year.
Yeah, that's so cool. That is so cool. So what do you think is next? You guys are serving in the youth.
Mm-hmm.
Any small groups right now?
I'm in the moms with young children still.
Still doing that.
Yeah. So I think my next move is foundations.
Foundations 1.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah. And
Great
then
class.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And then I'm also doing flourish.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a big step.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a year-long commitment.
Yep, a year long.
It's a year. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's big.
but my mentor is great.
Who's your
Okay.
mentor?
Dad.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, good one.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What about you, Austin? What do you think the next step is?
What's next for me in the in the church?
Just in general, in faith.
I like what we're doing now with the church and youth on Wednesdays, and but it also, with what I do, it's around my work schedule as well, so I'm not sure. I mean, I would.
I encourage you to pray about it.
Yeah, it's you stumped me there, I guess.
It's okay to not
you stumped me.
It's okay to not know.
Okay, yeah,
It'll get shown to you.
yeah.
I mean, you're already taking one step, being in the youth.
I might want to have my own group.
Small group, nice.
Yeah, I want to have my own, maybe. That's what I was thinking about
Foundations
too.
is the first step.
Yeah.
Yeah. Foundations was amazing because our Pastor Jacob does such a good job.
Yeah, we went to one for baptism.
For the baptism.
Oh, okay.
And that was good.
Yeah.
So-
Just wait. It gets so much better. That actually is one that there's not a lot of lessoning in, and the first 9 are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then 2 is awesome. Diane's awesome. She's amazing. And then Joel. He's amazing. So everybody's amazing. Trust me, we have such a great foundation. We have such a great congregation. Like you said,
Yeah.
everybody is just awesome and loving.
Yeah.
I am really happy that you're fully enthralled in the faith and Jesus is with you all the time. That's awesome. 2 new lives saved.
Yeah.
Right? And that's it's really awesome. Sorry. I'm on a little bit. I really think you guys were being my friends. And,
Of course.
doing this for me.
Yeah.
And recording, because you never know how many lives it's going to touch, because there's someone out there that was in the faith that's been through what you've been through,
Yeah.
and they're like, if they can do it, I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If they can come to it, I can come back to it. And you never technically lost it. It just came more full force at this point, right?
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
found a place, a home,
Yeah.
right? We're home. It makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So this is my spiritual tips from Todd. That's what I call my ending. And what it is I've told people, go out and say hello to someone you've never said hello to. And then I've told people, go out there and ask someone how they're doing, but be ready to listen, because they're going to tell you, but really listen, don't, and then don't answer. Just say, man, that sucks. They don't want you to solve their problem. They just want you to listen to it, right?
Yeah.
Next step is someone that you're friends with, that you are acquaintances with, that you've never really hugged or prayed for. Ask them if you can. Ask someone if you want to pray for them. It means the world to some people, and you never know how much you can touch somebody's heart just by saying, you know, you look like you need a prayer. Can I pray for you? You'll make lifelong friends.
Yeah.
You know, somebody that you see that you kind of just say hi to. Next thing you know, you're hugging them every time you see them.
Yeah.
Just because they have that.
Invite them in.
100%.
Yeah, I got you.
So I encourage people to go out there and do that.
Yeah.
You never know.
Invite people in, right?
Yeah, invite people in and we can
That's
make more
a good
disciples, right?
Yep.
Fishers of men.
Yeah.
That's what we're called to do.
No, yes, sir, for sure.
Thank you very much, guys.
Of course.
Love you guys.
Thank you.
It's been a good time.